Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that is shaping our world, our families, and our future. Something that is changing the course of history. I want to speak about highly intelligent women. Women who are not just smart, but wise. Women who walk with purpose, think with clarity, and live with conviction. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 31 about a woman of great wisdom, a woman who rises before the sun, speaks with kindness, is strong and dignified, and fears the Lord. She is intelligent not just in mind, but in spirit. Today I want to share with you the habits that set these women apart, the choices they make, the disciplines they follow, and the wisdom they embrace. Because intelligence is not just about knowledge. It is about wisdom, it is about character, it is about the ability to see beyond the moment and walk in the path that God has called them to. In a world filled with noise, temptations, and endless distractions, the ability to remain disciplined is what separates the highly intelligent woman from the rest. She understands that every moment wasted is a moment she will never get back. Her time is precious, and she does not allow distractions to dictate the course of her life. She knows that in order to reach her highest potential, she must exercise self-regret, resist fleeting pleasures, and commit herself to a higher standard of living. Discipline is not an occasional act, it is a lifestyle. It is the foundation upon which success is built. The highly intelligent woman does not wake up each day and simply go with the flow. She is intentional about her time, her energy, and her focus. While others are caught up in social media, gossip, and meaningless activities, she is investing in herself. She is reading, learning, planning, and executing. She is not waiting for motivation to strike. She has built the habits that keep her on track, even when she does not feel like it. She understands that discipline is about making choices that align with her goals, not her emotions. There will be days when she feels tired, uninspired, or overwhelmed, but she does not allow those feelings to dictate her actions. Instead, she remains committed to the path she has set for herself. She has trained her mind to push through resistance, overcome obstacles, and stay focused on what truly matters. The intelligent woman knows that distractions are everywhere, and they come in many forms. They can be external, such as social invitations, television, and unnecessary conversations, or they can be internal, such as self-doubt, fear, and procrastination. But she refuses to be ruled by these things. She guards her mind and her time fiercely because she knows that what she allows to capture her attention will shape her future. She does not let the opinions of others dictate her actions. She does not waste time comparing herself to others or getting caught up in things that do not contribute to her growth. She has learned the power of saying no. She does not overcommit herself to things that drain her energy and take her away from her priorities. She understands that every yes to something meaningless is a no to something meaningful. While others may see her as strict or even cold, she knows that her discipline is what allows her to create a life of purpose and excellence. She follows a structured routine that aligns with her goals. She wakes up early, spends time in reflection or prayer, and sets clear intentions for her day. She does not leave her success to chance. She plans her time wisely, ensuring that each day moves her closer to her vision. She has mastered the art of delayed gratification, knowing that small sacrifices today lead to great rewards tomorrow. Her discipline extends beyond her work and career. It influences every area of her life. She is disciplined in her health, understanding that a strong body supports a strong mind. She eats well, exercises regularly, and takes care of herself because she knows that without health, she cannot fulfill her purpose. She is disciplined in her relationships, surrounding herself with people who uplift and inspire her, not those who drain her energy or pull her into negativity. She has also trained herself to master her thoughts. She does not allow negativity, self-doubt, or fear to take root in her mind. She understands that thoughts shape reality, and so she disciplines herself to think in ways that strengthen her, not weaken her. And when challenges arise, she does not panic or complain, she strategizes. She does not waste time dwelling on what she cannot change. She focuses on what she can control and moves forward with wisdom and determination. The highly intelligent woman understands that discipline is freedom. While others may see discipline as restriction, she knows that it is the key to unlocking her highest potential. She is not enslaved to bad habits, toxic relationships, or mindless distractions. She is in control of her actions, her choices, and ultimately her destiny. She has embraced the truth that success is not about luck, it is about preparation, consistency, and unwavering commitment. A highly intelligent woman understands that knowledge is not static, it is ever evolving, and those who stop learning stop growing. She sees education not as a phase of life, but as a lifelong journey. While others may believe that learning ends with formal education, she knows that the world is a vast classroom filled with endless opportunities to expand her mind, refine her skills, and deepen her understanding. She is not content with what she already knows, because she understands that true intelligence is marked by curiosity, adaptability, and a hunger for wisdom. Her learning is intentional. She does not merely absorb information mindlessly. She seeks knowledge that aligns with her purpose and aspirations. She is selective about what she reads, watches, and listens to, ensuring that every piece of information she consumes contributes to her personal and professional growth. Whether through books, seminars, courses, or meaningful conversations, she surrounds herself with knowledge that challenges her to think deeply and act wisely. She is not afraid to admit that she does not know everything. She approaches life with humility, understanding that even the most intelligent minds have gaps in their knowledge. Rather than pretending to have all the answers, she asks questions, seeks mentors, and listens attentively to those who have walked the path before her. She values the wisdom of experience and is willing to learn from the successes and failures of others. Her commitment to learning extends beyond traditional academics. She understands that intelligence is not just about intellect, but also about emotional and social awareness. She studies human behavior, communication, and leadership, knowing that success is not just about what you know, but how you apply that knowledge in real-life situations. She observes the world around her, learns from different cultures and experiences, and continuously refines her understanding of people, relationships, and the world in general. By consistently cultivating these habits, a highly intelligent woman rises above the ordinary. She becomes a beacon of strength, wisdom, and purpose in a world that often values distractions over discipline. She knows that true success is not just about achieving outward accomplishments, but about developing a mindset, character, and lifestyle that reflect the values of wisdom, discipline, and continuous learning. And as she walks this path, she becomes a living example of what is possible when a woman embraces her potential, refuses to be distracted, and remains committed to her purpose. So, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to take a moment and reflect on the habits that shape the highly intelligent woman. It's not just about how much you know or what you've achieved. It's about your ability to stay disciplined, continuously learn, and always remain true to the purpose God has set before you. As we look to the future, may we all be inspired to live with the same discipline, focus, and wisdom that these extraordinary women embody each day. She broadens her perspective by exposing herself to fresh ideas and diverse viewpoints. She does not fear change, but welcomes it. She knows that the world is always changing, and to remain relevant and effective, she must change with it. She is not afraid of new technologies, shifting industries, or emerging trends. Instead, she takes the lead to learn, adjust, and place herself ahead of the curve. She is open to unlearning outdated beliefs and replacing them with fresh, well-informed views. She challenges herself to step outside of her comfort zone because she understands that real learning occurs when she goes beyond the familiar and explores new areas. She takes on new challenges, learns new skills, and willingly puts herself in situations that stretch her abilities. Whether it's learning a new language, acquiring a technical skill, or developing a creative talent, she is always looking for ways to improve her capabilities. She values self-reflection as an essential part of learning. She takes the time to review her experiences, understand her mistakes, and extract valuable lessons from both successes and failures. She does not dwell on failure, but uses it as a stepping stone to greater wisdom. She knows that each mistake teaches a lesson and quickly applies what she has learned to future decisions. She surrounds herself with other intelligent people and enjoys conversations that stimulate her mind, challenge her beliefs, and encourage critical thinking. She is not afraid to engage in discussions that require deep thought and careful analysis. She welcomes constructive criticism and views feedback as a tool for refinement rather than a personal attack. She understands that the best way to grow is to interact with those who push her to think at a higher level. She is disciplined in how she spends her time. While others might waste hours scrolling through meaningless content, she prioritizes activities that nourish her intellect. She dedicates time to reading, researching, and building her expertise in her field. She treats learning as a daily habit, just like exercising or eating well. For her, mental strength is just as important as physical strength, and she is committed to training her mind the same way she trains her body. She is passionate about sharing her knowledge. She doesn't keep information to herself, but seeks to empower others by teaching, mentoring, and inspiring those around her. She believes that true intelligence is not only about acquiring knowledge, but also about using it to uplift and educate others. She understands that knowledge is most powerful when it is shared and used for the benefit of individuals and communities. Her love for learning is not driven by external rewards or recognition. She learns because she is genuinely curious, because she enjoys the process of discovery, and because she knows that every bit of knowledge she gains makes her a stronger leader, innovator, and contributor to the world. She understands that the mind, like a muscle, needs regular exercise to stay sharp, and she is committed to keeping hers strong, flexible, and ever-expanding. A highly intelligent woman also understands that emotions are powerful, but she does not allow them to control her decisions, actions, or perspective. She has mastered the art of emotional intelligence, realizing that success in life is not only about intellect, but also about the ability to regulate emotions, navigate relationships, and respond wisely to challenges. She doesn't suppress her emotions, but channels them in ways that serve her goals instead of hindering her progress. She knows that unchecked emotions can cloud judgment, so she does not make impulsive decisions based on temporary feelings of anger, frustration, or excitement. Instead, she takes a step back, evaluates the situation objectively, and responds with a clear mind. She has trained herself to pause before reacting, knowing that a moment of restraint can prevent a lifetime of regret. Whether in personal relationships, professional situations, or moments of high pressure, she stays calm and thoughtful in her approach. She understands that self-awareness is the key to emotional mastery. She regularly reflects on her thoughts, actions, and emotional triggers, ensuring that she does not operate on autopilot. She recognizes patterns in her emotional responses and actively works to improve them. She does not blame external circumstances for her emotions, but takes responsibility for how she processes and expresses them. By doing so, she maintains control over her inner world and prevents negativity from taking hold of her mind. She does not allow fear to dictate her choices. She acknowledges fear, but she does not let it control her. She understands that fear often comes from overthinking, insecurity, or past experiences, and she refuses to let it limit her growth. Rather than avoiding discomfort, she faces it directly, knowing that courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to move forward in spite of it. She has learned to view fear as an opportunity for growth, allowing challenges to shape her rather than break her. She has also learned how to manage stress effectively. She does not let external pressures drain her energy or steal her peace. She practices self-care, whether through meditation, prayer, journaling, or spending time in nature, making sure she maintains balance and inner calm. She doesn't see rest as a weakness, but as a necessity for high performance. She understands that an overworked mind is a vulnerable mind, and she values her mental well-being as much as her professional success. She is not easily offended and does not waste time dwelling on negative comments, criticism, or the opinions of people who do not add value to her life. She is emotionally secure, knowing that her worth is not defined by external validation. When she faces criticism, she determines whether it is constructive or destructive. If it is constructive, she humbly accepts it as a chance to grow. If it is destructive, she dismisses it without letting it affect her confidence or self-esteem. She has mastered the ability to detach from negativity. She does not engage in unnecessary conflicts, gossip, or toxic conversations. She knows that not every battle is worth fighting, and her energy is better spent on things that align with her goals. She is selective about where she invests her emotions, ensuring that she does not exhaust herself by involving herself in situations that do not serve her higher purpose. She values emotional resilience. She does not break under pressure or let setbacks define her. When faced with disappointment or failure, she processes her emotions, learns the lesson, and moves forward with renewed strength. She does not linger in the past or let temporary hardships shake her faith in the future. She has trained herself to stay hopeful, knowing that challenges are a part of growth and that perseverance is key to overcoming any obstacle. She is intentional about cultivating positive energy in her life, surrounding herself with people, activities, and environments that support her growth and well-being. She practices gratitude, choosing to focus on what she has rather than what she doesn't have. She makes a conscious decision to see the good in people, even when it's challenging. She speaks encouraging words to herself and others, aware that the energy she sends out will eventually come back to her. She surrounds herself with positivity, ensuring that her environment nurtures her emotional well-being instead of draining it. She shows empathy, but doesn't allow herself to be manipulated. She understands others' feelings and offers support when necessary, yet she sets firm boundaries to protect her peace. She doesn't take on the emotional burdens of others, nor does she let guilt dictate her action. She's learned that saying no isn't selfish, but vital for maintaining her emotional strength. She leads with both reason and heart. She understands that emotions can be a valuable guide when used wisely, but shouldn't overshadow rational thinking. She balances her intuition with practical thought, making sure her decisions reflect both intellect and inner wisdom. She doesn't ignore her feelings, but she doesn't let them control her either. She's mastered the art of feeling deeply without being overwhelmed by those emotions. A truly intelligent woman isn't only guided by what's in front of her, she's led by a vision that stretches far beyond the present. She knows that success, influence, and fulfillment aren't accidental. They're intentional. She doesn't live by reacting to life's circumstances. Instead, she has a clear vision of what she wants to achieve, who she wants to become, and the legacy she wishes to leave behind. Her faith and vision propel her forward even when challenges arise. She doesn't rely solely on logic and reason. She understands that some of life's most significant breakthroughs come from an unwavering belief in something greater than herself. Whether it's faith in God, her purpose, or her own potential, this belief gives her the strength to chase goals others might deem impossible. She doesn't allow fear or doubt to hold her back because she knows that what she's working toward is far greater than any temporary setback. She's driven by purpose, not just ambition. While many seek success for status, wealth, or approval, she moves with clear intent, knowing that true fulfillment comes from aligning her actions with a higher calling. She doesn't seek validation from the world, only alignment with the vision she's been given. She trusts that by staying true to her purpose, the right opportunities, people, and resources will present themselves at the perfect time. Her vision isn't just a dream, it's a plan. She doesn't simply wish for a better future, she creates it. She sets clear goals, breaks them down into actionable steps, and commits to the discipline required to bring them to fruition. She's not afraid of hard work, nor is she discouraged by slow progress. She knows that anything worth achieving takes time, and she's willing to stay on course no matter how long it takes. She doesn't allow herself to be distracted by temporary pleasures or short-lived trends. She understands that instant gratification often sacrifices long-term success. While others may be consumed by what's popular or easy, she remains focused on what's meaningful and lasting. She's trained herself to say no to things that don't align with her greater vision, even if they seem appealing in the moment. She embraces uncertainty as part of the journey, knowing that walking by faith means stepping forward even when the way ahead isn't entirely clear. She doesn't wait for perfect conditions before taking action. Instead, she moves ahead with confidence, trusting that clarity will come as she progresses. She understands that every great leader or innovator has faced moments of doubt, but they've pressed on because their vision was greater than their fear. She surrounds herself with people who encourage her vision, not those who try to limit it. She doesn't waste time with those who don't believe in her potential or who try to hold back her ambition. She seeks out mentors, role models, and peers who challenge her to think bigger, work harder, and stay firm in her faith. She knows that the people she spends time with will either help propel her forward or keep her stagnant, so she's intentional in choosing relationships that support her purpose. She doesn't measure success solely by external achievements. While she values accomplishments, she knows that real success is about impact, character, and integrity. She remains rooted in her values, refusing to compromise her principles for short-term gain. She believes that success without purpose is hollow, and she strives to build a life that's not just impressive on the outside, but meaningful on the inside. She's adaptable and open to change, understanding that vision isn't about rigidly sticking to one plan, but being willing to adjust while staying true to the bigger picture. When things don't go as expected, she doesn't panic. Instead, she sees setbacks as redirection and failures as lessons. She trusts that even if the journey takes unexpected turns, she's still heading toward her ultimate purpose. She operates with an unshakable belief that her life has meaning, that she was created for something significant, and that she has the power to shape her destiny. She doesn't let past failures, negative experiences, or the limitations of others define her future. She moves forward with unwavering confidence, knowing that every step she takes in faith brings her closer to fulfilling her vision. A truly intelligent woman isn't just defined by her intellect, but by how she disciplines her life, commits to learning, masters her emotions, and walks in unwavering faith. She doesn't let distractions lead her astray, nor does she let fear control her choices. She embraces growth, seeks wisdom, and pursues excellence in everything she does. Her intelligence isn't just about what she knows, but how she applies it. It's seen in how she carries herself,